What's up, guys? My name's Max. You're coming with me to put exhaust on the 3G today. We got a truck bed full of goodies, and it might be the most ignorant setup you could put on a dually. We're doing a full 5-inch back with a bed stack under the bed. It's pretty crazy. All right, folks, I went ahead and I sprayed down the rubber bushings under the bed that hold your exhaust on with some WD-40 because those are kind of a pain if they're dry and sticky, so you want to lube them up, get them where they're really easy to move around. We're going to go ahead and get this stuff unboxed and inspect it. All right, people, what I believe we have here is going to be our stack. I think it's 32 inches, or not 32, 36 inches tall. And it's a 5-inch to 8-inch, so it should be pretty good sized. And I got chrome, so hopefully it's good and shiny. Because chrome gets you dumb. What? Who said that? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna look sick. Yeah, that's gonna work swimmingly. Get out of here. Now, when they sent me this, they sent the exhaust kit in 2 different boxes. I'm assuming the only thing that's in this box is clamps. But we're gonna find out together. Oh! Whoa! I guess not. I guess I got a spare tip if anybody wants it. Cool, that's a nice treat. I didn't think I'd be getting one of those. First buyer with $10 gets it. The downpipe, axle bend, I think is what you would call that piece. The piece that goes over the axle. And so on and so forth. Let's see here. Oh yes. Great success. Great success. We'll be needing this. All right, folks, bad news. It appears that whoever messed with this exhaust before just welded everything together. So I'm not gonna be able to unbolt anything. So we're just gonna get straight to hacking it. Ka-chow! All right, people, I'm just gonna hack it right in front of the axle where it meets the muffler. That way that whole back piece that's already bent should just fall right out when I take it out of the bushing, so that'll be nice. Make sure that if you're crawling around dirty old trucks like this one, that you put safety glasses on. So we're gonna go ahead and put our safety squints on. I think that was it right there. Let's give her a yank. There she is, folks. That's good for it. That clamp right there is going to be what you're going to want to take off. And we'll have to get a wrench on it, and there's a bolt. It should slide out and then pop off. It's a V-band flange for you guys. All right, people, here's where I'm at. This V-band that I was talking about earlier that I told you to take off, the bolt was actually flipped around on the top side on my truck, so I wasn't able to get to it. So I ended up taking the V-band off the back of the turbo and taking this elbow, which on most trucks is just a cast elbow, but for me it's an exhaust brake, so it's kind of hard for me to wiggle it out of here. I'm going to end up trying to rotate this around so I can get to this V-band to get it off and get it all out. All right, folks, here's what's up. I couldn't get anything done on the bottom side. I tried twisting it, rotating it, so we're going to take this fender liner out. There's going to be bolts like this one all throughout here and up in here. So we're going to take all those out and see if we can't reach it better. Stand by. Sheesh! Look here, folks. That little bolt right there is what I'm getting to. Drop this fender liner and get right to it. It's minty. All right, folks, here's where I'm at. I ended up cutting more of the exhaust off so I could get it rotated around where I could get my wrench on it, because what I had going before just was not working. All right, folks, here you have it. My plan once again didn't work. I got this V-band all the way loose, but it appears to have welded itself in between these two flanges. So I'm gonna have to beat that around with a hammer, try and get you a clip of that. Now I got this thing out, I can just hit it right here. There you have it. Mighty cool. This is the side my exhaust is supposed to go on. And what I have does not fit at all. I think the problem that I'm facing with these flanges being like this has to do with this kit that I ordered specifically. Said it was for 2003. It didn't specify 2003 to 2007 or 04.5 to 07. So I believe that this was made for the smaller turbo that they put on these trucks in 03, and that's why I'm having this problem. What I'm thinking is what a fella might do is cut this flange right around this edge here and mate it and weld it to this one. Stand by. Why did this happen? Why did you not order the right kit? Well, it's because I'm cheap and stupid. So don't be like me. Yes. Great success. That's gonna work perfect. Folks, that looks pretty good. I don't know if I could get it any better if I tried again. We're gonna throw another tack up here on the inside and we'll go around. It's not the prettiest, but I never claimed to be amazing, so stand by, we'll get it on the truck. Folks, we had a few problems. I had to call my help. This flange right here from the original pipe that I ordered was too small to go over the exhaust housing here, so I ended up grinding it all off and trying to get it to fit, and now we have a good fit that isn't gonna give us any problems. We'll be able to get a V-band over it. We'll try and get it thrown in the truck now. Stand by, we'll be back. All right, folks, here's what we got. We got the downpipe in. After I ground that, it flew right on, no problem. That flange is tight, that flange is tight. I'm gonna hook the air line back up to my exhaust brake, throw this fender liner back in, and then we're gonna finish the rest of the exhaust. So, when you get these pieces of pipe out of the box, sometimes these flanges after shipping and all of that, where they're split to go on the female side, they'll crimp in and you won't be able to get your pipe on. So I'll just take a pair of channel locks and kind of work around it and open up all my edges that look like they might be bent. And then you're usually able just to slide everything together real nicely. Yep. Keep going. Oh yeah. We got the exhaust coming from the downpipe under the cab all the way to the axle here. And I'm going to be figuring out how we're going to attach this tip to it, because I'm just not sure yet. So let's stand by and see how that works. No. I think we're going to roll with it like that, honestly. It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look horrible either. If you guys hate it, let me know. We might change it up because I don't exactly like it either. We're gonna pull the welder out, get this thing tacked up and welded on there, and then hopefully we'll get a startup video with the 5-inch. Stay classy. All right, folks. So I decided not to weld that just because I don't like it that much. And on these tips like these, the only reason I wanted to weld it is because 9 times out of 10, you get a tip like this, and you tighten this bolt, and it'll rattle off, fall off down the highway. You'll see sparks behind you and wonder why the hell it flew off. But I have these band clamps that we're gonna put on it, so I don't think that'll give us as many problems like that. We'll just throw this bad Billy on there and see if it'll stay on there for a while until I hate it too much to take it off. Always make sure you put your spacer back in because you'll ruin these clamps like that, and then they're no good to you because it'll bend and warp and break, and it's just no fun. Oh, look at that, tool man and a cameraman. I have to start paying him more. People, if you made it this far, like and subscribe. We're gonna be posting once a week on here so I can share my enjoyment of these beautiful black 3rd gens with you guys. See you later.